Stormgate dropped some big bombs this week with some major new reveals that give us a real feel for the game. In this video, I'll share all of the information that I managed to gather and sharing my own thoughts and opinions as well. Starting with buildings, the habitat. This is not a new art reveal, but at least new information reveal. This will be the supply depot of the human faction. From other sources, people claim these buildings could be more than just to increase your supply limit. Can they perhaps be used to train units as well? The secondary resource in Stormgate will be therium, a crystal type mineral that needs to be mined and then needs to be returned to the therium refinery. Next, we're moving on to combat structures. The barracks. Pretty self-explanatory this one. This will be the main infantry production structure. The biokinetics lab is what I expect to be the upgrade structure for infantry units, where you can research various abilities and upgrades. Machine factory seems like this could be the structure that trains bigger armored units, and the mech bay is perhaps where those units can be upgraded, like the engineering bay in StarCraft 2, or could potentially be where infantry are introduced to their mech suits. Moving on to some campaign concept arts. If you didn't know, Stormgate will feature a full story campaign, co-op and solo missions, and PvP competitive matches. First up is this familiar face, Amara, now with a more wedded look to her. We also see some characters in the Sigma Lab setting, and from what we heard, the Sigma Lab is the main setting for the story, where we can see the resistance seems to be taking a stand against the assault of the infernals. But based on the next art, the resistance clearly failed. Next, we are moving on to some terrain information, and from the images we can see the maps will be multi-level with up to 4 different levels. Also, while on terrain, we have seen a new biome, Deadlands, where it's like a wasteland, Borderlands look and feel, and even structures will look completely different on this terrain. We have seen UI previously, but now we see a more up-to-date look of the UA, but not the final version yet. What we can see from this art is a clear minimap slot, unit abilities, info area, character artwork slot, and most important section, the hotkey and resource overview section. The command hotkey card, where you can select between armies, structures, and upgrades, and a game where the same concept is done is Immortal Gates of Fire with this unified hotkey card. And if we press train army hotkey, all possible units is under one section. Or the same with structures, more upgrades. We also see a dedicated space for the resource tabs and unit cap, the in-game timer. And last but not least, we have some juicy new information on the units. Number 1 is the Lancer, the tier 1 melee infantry with long range and a heavy armor. Having long range gives this unit the upper hand and to get that crucial first strike, but same time having heavy armor makes this unit the core backbone of the resistance army. Next up, we got the Vulcan, the AoE damage tier 2 mech unit that can jetpack boost and stun enemies when landing. Also noted, the Vulcan is equipped with a minigun, so the longer it fires, the faster rate of fire gets. A evac, the early game air unit solely used for transportation. So with this unit, we can expect some sneaky drop gameplay mechanics. The Sky Rider, don't know much information about this unit, but what I can see is some sort of flying or hovering unit with a mana bar, meaning it could be a caster unit like a science vessel from Brood War. Next up, we've got the Infernal Shadow Flyer. This is the Infernal's early game flying scout. Is this like the scout from StarCraft 1, or maybe like an observer from StarCraft 2 that gives the Infernals the upper hand to scout early? From all of the above mentioned information, the one thing that is lacking is actual gameplay. But Frost Giant Studio has revealed this is coming 11th June on the PC Gaming Showcase. So for now we wait, but if you want to see all of the other leaks of Stormgate I've previously covered on this channel, check out the video that I'm leaving here now.